And well, as we talk about around the world and across the nation, it's a big week for India as we have our G20 summit, the G20 tourism meet in Jammu and Kashmir, wherein the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir is all set to host the third G20 tourism meet in Srinagar. It will be held from today till May 24th at Srinagar Sher-e-Kashmir International Conference Centre. Significantly, this is the first major international event that is being held in Kashmir Valley since the abrogation of the Article 370 in August 2019. Now, Srinagar is all decked up to host the international delegates, and security has been beefed up on the ground. Now, this meeting comes amid Pakistan's push among the Organization of Islamic Countries to boycott the event and China's opposition to holding meetings in what it calls disputed areas.
The stage is set and all the excitement among tourism stakeholders can be seen in Kashmir. Behind me you can see this is the venue where the meeting will be held, and this is being decorated. The trials are running and security measures are in full place. Behind is these massive mountain range in Srinagar and the Dal Lake. It's a very beautiful location to host G20 tourism-related meeting. We have seen that government wants to focus on bringing that tourism back to Valley. Over there, my Vijay Bashir will show you that there are places where craft and art of Kashmir will be showcased to the delegates. That what is the art and craft and culture of Kashmir, and that brief will be given there. And this is an area where government wants to focus on trying to have more tourists, trying to have more people on the ground, so that not only the film culture but also government wants to trust on a film policy that can be drafted so that people can come once again to Kashmir, not only shoot their movies but also international tourism also revives in Kashmir Valley.
The shikaras are ready, the snow-clad mountains are shining. Srinagar is all set to welcome the G20 delegates. This is a crucial meeting of the working group, and Indian government is trying to emphasize that it's all good in Jammu and Kashmir, even though Pakistan has repeatedly tried to raise the bogey of instability and this being a disputed territory. Pakistan's all-weather ally, China, has once again raised objection, saying that this is a disputed territory, so therefore they will not participate in this working group meeting. But as far as the motive of bringing in tourists are concerned, you can see the Dal Jheel is packed with tourists, mostly domestic tourists. The G20 is also a major push that Indian government and the Ministry of Tourism and Culture is giving to ensure that other than the domestic tourist circuit, Kashmir also once again becomes a part of the foreign tourist circuit. There are some issues about various governments issuing advisories to their citizens about coming to Kashmir. They're discouraged from coming to Kashmir, and that is something that the industry here is hoping will be reversed.
Is this meeting ensuring that a lot of foreign tourists will come to Kashmir?
Well, from what we can see, the number of tourists in Jammu and Kashmir have hit a new record. In 2022, 1.85 crore tourists came to Jammu and Kashmir. This year, Chief Secretary Jammu and Kashmir has just told us that we intend to exceed a 2 crore number. Now, what we see in Jammu and Kashmir, and especially in Srinagar, is that the capacity is there, the natural beauty is there, culture is there, handicrafts is there, cuisine is there, warmth of the people are there. I have no doubt that the number of tourists will continue to increase. The state also, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir has gone out of its way to promote tourism in the state. And I think this is another very important factor. And no doubt that the number of foreign tourists will definitely increase and continue to increase.
How do you see this meeting? Because Kashmir is one such destination in the entire country which offers a spectacle of things. How do you see it in that context?
As I mentioned in the press conference, you cannot have a tourism working group meeting in India and not do it in Jammu and Kashmir. That's why we have come here for the penultimate working group meeting. And this is a very important meeting because next month in Goa, the last working group meeting will be held. The tourism ministers of the G20 countries will meet there. And the declaration that we'll adopt, the ministerial communique that will emerge from the Goa meeting, will be discussed here at Srinagar. The draft with all the member countries, they will offer their suggestions, and a final draft will be prepared. So in that context, it's a very important meeting.
International delegates are coming coming tomorrow. How exciting is it for the government? Because it's Kashmir.
Of course, it's very exciting because, as I said, tourism, you have to do, if you have to do a meeting, you have to do it in Kashmir. And it gives us a sense of pride that we'll be able to showcase the tourism potential, the tourism, the strengths of Jammu and Kashmir to the foreign delegates.
Thank
The key deliverables are that the Goa Ministerial Declaration and the Goa Roadmap that we will, debate on here, because the final meeting of the G20 tourism ministers will take place in Goa in June. And this is the penultimate working group meeting. The fourth meeting will also be in Goa, followed by the ministerial. It's also important because this is the only working group meeting that is happening in Srinagar as part of the G20 effort. And we have seen excellent response from all the member countries, from the invitee countries, and from the international organizations. In terms of participation, we have one of the highest numbers that have registered and got accredited to come to attend the working group meeting.